Hey there, Focals. Welcome back to another episode of Straight Talk on Photography with me, Adam Welch, and this is going to be some Straight Talk on Photography. Now, what are we going to be talking about today? You may be wondering. Well, today we're going to be talking about regret. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the first time I had to sell a camera lens when I upgraded from my Canon crop sensor DSLR to my nice little Sony full frame mirrorless A7R. I had to get rid of some lenses, some more gear, and I had to get rid of my 10 to 24 millimeter Tamron 35-45. My favorite, especially at the time, a few years ago, my favorite landscape lens ever. Sharpness was fantastic, the lens was great, everything about it I loved, but things being as they are, something had to go when I got the new camera. But sometimes life smiles on us and comes full circle from Tamron. Look what I have here. It's baby. This is the new SP line, the updated version, the 10 to 24 millimeter 35-45. If you get technical with it, II VC HLD, the Gen 2 of that nice little Tamron 10 to 24 millimeter that I loathe even to this day getting rid of all those years ago. I had the opportunity to shoot with this quite a bit last week for a review I'm doing on contrastly.com, which is actually live now. There's a link to that full review in the description of this video. Can't say enough good things about this lens. I'm not going to go on and on about it because it is a nice little budget variable wide angle. I think it's $4.99. If I'm not misquoting that. You can also find the link for that on Amazon in the description as well. Help me out some. But anyway, sharpness on this, I will say, when you open it up to 3.5, it does degrade just a little bit there at that wide aperture. Really not so much at the corners, but it does overall degrade the sharpness just a little bit. Nothing to go crazy over, but keep that in mind when you're shooting wide open. Full-time manual override on the autofocus. Of course, you got that AF manual switch there, and Tamron's VC control switch right there, the vibration control, the image stabilizer from Tamron. I keep saying you really can't do much better, in my opinion, for an image stabilizer, even on a lens of this short focal length where it doesn't come into play quite so often with camera shake, or at least it's more forgiving with camera shake. But it's always great to have. It gives you a little bit of an exposure cushion when light really gets scarce. Weather sealing. Again, Tamron really hits it out of the park here on this new SP line. You can see the weather sealing around here, this rubber gasket that really helps keep out a lot of the dirt, the moisture, everything that you're going to run into out in the elements shooting. Like I said, landscapes like me, I'm out hiking. I have to I throw my gear around. It puts up with a lot from me, and that's always great to have. Also around the zoom and the focusing rings, beefed up weather sealing there as well in the VC and AF manual switches. So you throw a nice quality UV filter on the front of this and you're going to be good to go. So the 10 to 24 millimeter 35-45, the second generation from Tamron of this particular lens, nice solid little variable wide angle workhorse. I really don't think you could go wrong with it. Is it tack sharp all the time? No. Is it quite sharp? Yes. Chromatic aberrations there again, virtually unnoticeable. Everything really evens out, sharpness, vignetting, the chromatic aberration once you get up above like f4, that kind of thing. It really does quite well in all situations. There again, the full review is on contrastly.com, but since I like you so much, here are a few test pictures I made with this last week with my Canon 7D Mark I. So I hope you can tell from those, like I said, great little lens. It's not going to really go wrong any way you cut it. The Tamron 10 to 24 millimeter 35-45 updated SP line, nice slick little lens. Check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And that wraps up another episode of Straight Talk on Photography with me, Adam Welch, and I'll definitely see you next time. And still probably, be regretting getting rid of that other lens. Still going to hurt. Why am I telling you?